Archangel Michael says, I'm sending someone into your life. Open right now, before it's too late. Archangel Michael says this message arrives like a key pressed into your palm, still warm with the heat of heaven's forge. You were not mistaken about the feeling that something unseen has been shifting around you like a curtain about to be drawn. Tonight the curtain lifts and a path forms under your feet. I speak to you with the clarity of a blade that has never failed its purpose. The hour has ripened, and delay is no longer mercy because delay steals what is yours. What you are about to receive is not a coincidence but a placement. You have felt the air before a storm, the charged hush that makes every hair rise. That hush has been your life for months, teaching you to listen beyond noise. Now I break the hush with a decree that cannot be overturned. I am sending someone into your life. This is written not in ink but in light, sealed not by men but by guardians who do not sleep. The timing will look impossible to anyone who measures with clocks instead of courage. This person arrives as an answer shaped like a human being. They will not arrive with fireworks because fireworks end quickly and leave smoke. They will arrive like morning, quiet but sovereign, and morning always wins. You have met substitutes and learned the cost of settling. You have tasted what it is to be almost chosen and then placed back on the shelf. Those chapters were sandpaper, making you smooth where you were splintered so this placement can hold without wobbling. There are signs you will notice because your spirit is alert now. First, the air around you will feel wider, as if a small invisible door opened near your left shoulder. Second, you will hear your name spoken kindly in a place where your name has not been safe. Third, the number of interruptions around your day will rise for a moment, the way the sea lifts when a vessel approaches. Do not call it chaos because it is orchestration disguised as friction. Some doors squeak before they open fully. The one I send carries a map you do not yet have. The map is not paper or pixels but a knowing, a path that threads your gift through a passage you have walked past 100 times without seeing. They were forged for this handoff and they have scars that match your shape. Trust does not mean closing your eyes and walking near cliffs. Trust means you walk with your eyes open and your spine unbent because you know who sent the appointment. When you remember who sends, you do not fear who arrives. This arrival will heal a pattern that has followed you since you were smaller and believed every raised voice was truth. The pattern ends when the right voice speaks in the right tone at the right moment. That moment is near and it will not miss you. You will notice how they listen as if listening is a craft. They will not rush your sentences or decorate your pain with advice. They will ask for nothing that costs your dignity, because honor recognizes honor. I am not sending a rescuer to treat you as helpless. I am sending a partner for the part of the path that needs two steady souls. The partnership may be friendship, mission, love, or mentorship, but it will be sacred either way. You will feel the difference in your breathing. Fear shortens breath and right alignment deepens it, and your lungs will remember the size they were designed to hold. This is how your body says yes before your mouth does. There will be resistance because anything that changes your altitude awakens the wind. Old contacts will become strangely loud, offering crumbs because they sense you are being invited to a table. You will bless them and still decline their crumbs. Do not rehearse losses to prepare for this gain. Your old training taught you that comfort is suspicious and peace is a trap. I tell you that peace is a sword in a velvet sheath and you are allowed to carry it openly. The person I send has been delayed 3 times to protect your timing. You were being cleared of a heaviness you mistook for personality, and they were being freed from an obligation they mistook for loyalty. Now both of you can meet without dragging chains to the table. Prepare your space as if a guest who matters is on their way. Throw away what belongs to versions of you that no longer live here. Make room on your calendar and your shelf and your heart. You are not late, even if the calendar insists. Heaven does not measure arrival by date but by readiness. Today finds you ready enough to begin. You will meet them near something ordinary so that your nerves do not shatter. It may be a bright aisle in a busy store, a doorway you pass every week, or a quiet corner where people speak softly. The ordinary disguises the holy long enough for your heart to steady. They carry a sentence that unlocks a file in you. It may be as short as, "I've been looking for you," or as simple as, "I understand what you are building." When you hear it, you will feel the floor beneath you agree with your weight. I have placed markers in your path because I know you like to be sure. A song that kept you in one piece will play in an unlikely place. A scent you cherish will walk past you without a visible source. Watch how time behaves during your first conversation. It will slow down just enough for you to notice you are not rushing to stay interesting. You will forget to perform because the performance has finally ended. This person will not worship your wounds or make a museum of your mistakes. They will honor the road you walked and point toward the road ahead without magnifying the potholes. You will feel larger without feeling loud. Do not tell everyone right away because not everyone can hold news without ringing it. Let it grow roots in private and then leaves in public. Sacred things need a little shade before they flourish in sun. I am standing behind you while you speak so your words do not tremble. My presence will press gently between your shoulder blades and remind you not to fold under old reflexes. You are not returning to smallness. If the arrival looks unfamiliar, remember that heaven prefers form to follow function. We do not send gilded frames to hold small canvases. We send strong wood to carry a vast painting, and the wood may look simple until you feel how steady it is. You have prayed for shortcuts when what you needed was a straight road. Shortcuts curve your spirit into shapes that take years to unbend. This road is straight and honest and it leads out of the maze. The one I send knows how to carry silence without weaponizing it. They can be quiet and still be kind. They can be honest and still be gentle. There is a piece of work you almost abandoned that will rise back to the surface. They will see it and name its value without you pointing. It will feel like finding a letter you wrote to yourself years ago and finally mailing it. You will sleep more deeply after the first 3 meetings. Your dreams will lose the edge of pursuit and carry the color of arrival. You will wake without rehearsing wars. The agreement between you will be simple enough to remember and strong enough to anchor. Do not stack conditions until the bridge collapses under clauses. Choose clarity and let your yes be a living thing that breathes. I cut the old cords that fed your doubt without nourishing your life. I remove permissions you gave to voices that measured you in ounces when you are made of mountains. I return to you the name you almost forgot you owned. This person will never compete with your calling. They will widen it. They will step aside when your gift needs space and step near when your heart needs shelter. You will notice provision arriving without the old strain. A bill will be covered unexpectedly, a door will open you stopped knocking on, an email will land with precisely the words that unclench your day. Provision does not apologize when it is on assignment. There will be a moment when you will want to run. That old instinct thinks leaving first is safety. Stay 1 minute longer than the fear suggests, and you will watch the fear dissolve like frost under noon. You are not fragile. You are precise. Precision looks delicate only to those who confuse loudness with strength. You will remember the child who spoke truth to empty rooms and was not believed. That child did not disappear, they were waiting for an adult version of you to offer a hand. Offer it now and walk together. The arrival is not a test you can fail by breathing wrong. It is a door that opens because you are standing here at last. Do not ask permission from shadows that lost their authority. Let your house learn what gladness sounds like when it is not pretending. Place something alive by the window, light one candle that is not for drama but for warmth, and write down the exact date of the first conversation. Days like that deserve a name. I have walked the edges of your battlefield and lifted what you could not carry off the ground. I have counted every night you held your own head in both hands and decided to stay. I am not sentimental, I am faithful, and faithfulness keeps records. Release the practice of bracing for impact. Your nervous system learned to live like a guard dog without anyone to relieve it. I am here, and I am relieving the guard. There will be no fireworks when you sign the paper or take the call, but there will be a stillness that fills your ears with peace. Stillness is not the absence of movement, it is movement without panic. Learn the sound of it and you will never be lost again. You will become careful with how you speak about your life. You will stop telling your story like a stranger wrote it. You will claim authorship without apology. The one I send carries compassion that has been tested in whether you would recognize. They are not naive about pain. They simply refuse to bow to it. Your hands will learn a new rhythm while you work. Tasks that used to drain you will begin to pay you back. Loss will no longer be the loudest instrument in your orchestra. I assign an angel to stand watch at your thresholds. No whisper will pass that seeks to rot this beginning from the roots. No familiar fear will be allowed to put its feet up on your table. Choose your counsel with care in these early days. Advice is not always wisdom, and reactions are not always warnings. Weigh words by whether they make you smaller or truer. A letter will arrive with plain language and precise timing. It will not be flowery, and that is how you will know it is meant for you. Answer it without theatrics, and the next step will announce itself. I set a seal on your capacity to receive good without sabotaging it to prove you are humble. Humility does not reject gifts to stay likable. Humility says thank you and then builds. You have been faithful with little kindnesses that looked like crumbs. Now watch what happens when whole loaves find your doorstep. Learn to slice and share without apologizing for being fed. Your laughter will change tone. It will rise from deeper in your chest and land softly instead of snapping in the air. People who love you will notice first and feel relieved. Not everyone can continue with you, and that is not cruelty, it is contour. Growth gives shape to your path, and some shapes no longer fit side by side. Bless what was, and keep walking. I have rerouted an accident that would have bruised your hope at the wrong moment. You will never know all the turns I took on your behalf, and that is mercy too. Gratitude is enough without a spreadsheet of miracles. The one I send is not a replacement for your discernment. They are a companion for your discernment. Together your clarity will grow teeth and your vision will grow feet. Keep a small notebook near for 30 days. Record what strengthens you and what drains you. Patterns tell truths that drama hides. You will not need to force introductions in rooms where your name sits comfortably. The right people will feel like well-made chairs. You sit, and the chair does not complain. I am softening your face where worry wrote lines it did not pay rent for. Beauty returns when survival steps back from the driver's seat. You will catch your reflection and see someone arriving rather than someone enduring. If you feel a sudden urge to clean one drawer, obey it. Order begins in small corners and then teaches the house to follow. Dust has memory, and you are writing a new one. You will become a better friend to yourself. The inner voice that used to recite your losses will learn a new script that respects your endurance. You will hear it and believe it. You will make one brave call without rehearsing 30 outcomes. The world will not split because you chose simply. Your choice will make a clear sound, and clear sounds open doors. The one I send will tell the truth kindly, even when the truth is a mirror. Mirrors are for alignment, not punishment. You will stand straighter because of what you see, not smaller. You will be trusted with a resource that you once thought belonged only to the lucky. Use it like a steward who plans for seasons, not a tourist who plans for photos. Season keepers grow forests. Each day will gain 1 degree of warmth until you realize winter has been leaving in small steps. The thaw will surprise you because it has been steady. Steady is a miracle too. You will recognize that you have always been the right person for your life. You were waiting on permission that no one else had the authority to grant. You grant it now. I bless your entrances and exits in the next 40 days. I bless the hands that will shake yours, the pens that will sign your name, and the keys that will fit your locks. Nothing sent to break you will arrive without breaking first. Let generosity travel with you like a light you do not turn off. Give from fullness, not from fear. Fullness replenishes while fear evaporates as it gives. When you remember the old rooms, remember them without building altars there. Nostalgia is not loyalty, it is a picture, and pictures do not deserve your whole house. Hang them and keep walking. I place courage in your shoes and calm in your jaw. When you speak, words will land like bread, nourishing even those who do not know they are hungry. This is your new normal. The person I send will protect your pace so that your purpose does not sprint into exhaustion. Pace is a covenant between you and time. Keep the covenant and you will finish strong. You will become skillful at saying no without apology and yes without bargaining. Boundaries are not walls, they are gates with wise hinges. Your gates will be oiled and your hinges will be quiet. Do not fear the days that look plain. Plain days are felled trees stacked neatly for building. The cathedral rises from ordinary beams. I am untying the knot in your timeline where grief and guilt tangled. Some years will return to you, folded like letters you never opened. Open them now and let the good inside breathe. Your name will be spoken in rooms you do not see. It will be spoken by mouths you did not expect to be kind. I am arranging this because honor travels faster than gossip when heaven escorts it. You will not need to prove you are worthy of what is arriving. Worthiness is not a contest, it is a fact stamped on you by breath that did not begin on earth. Facts do not need applause to remain true. The one I send will notice details that matter and ignore drama that does not. They will reach for substance and decline spectacle. Substance grows, spectacle burns out. Let your rest be actual rest, not a pause between frantic thought loops. Rest is permission to be a person and not a production. In rest, your cells remember how to repair. When you feel the next wave of tenderness rising, do not brace. Let it wash the dust and leave your outline clear again. Tenderness is not weakness, it is strength that remembers its origin. Stand at the window some morning soon and look for the newness that is almost shy. You will see it in how the light sits on the floor. You will feel it in the way you reach for your day. You are not behind. You are precisely where your yes has placed you. Today your yes steps into its shape. I am sending someone into your life, and I am also sending you into your own life with both hands on the wheel. Together these assignments will end an era and name a new one. The name of the new era is alignment. Welcome what comes with a steady gaze. Speak softly to yourself as you learn the new rooms. Place your fear on a chair by the door and let it watch you flourish without interrupting. I close the old gates, and I open the new ones. I mark you with favor that functions, not favor that only looks like favor. Functioning favor lifts, secures, and sends. You have permission to be glad before everything is finished. Gladness does not wait at the finish line, it runs with you and keeps your lungs honest. Begin now. When you feel the urge to announce every step, breathe instead. Let the work speak through evidence. Evidence is louder than promises. You will soon look at your calendar and see the appointment you did not force. You will walk into it with your head level, not tilted by fear. You will walk out carrying what belongs to you. I stand guard over your beginnings so that your middle can be steady and your ending can be beautiful. Beauty is not an extra. It is proof that goodness endured the weather. Your life will carry that proof. The person I send will understand the weight you carry and the song you hum under your breath when the world is loud. They will not ask you to sing louder. They will make space so the melody can unfold. I give you the grace to choose again where you once chose against yourself. I give you the courage to receive what you asked for without shrinking to fit old frames. I give you the wisdom to hold new things without gripping them to death. This is your notice. This is your clearing. This is your opening. Walk forward. Keep your hands open. I am with you. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says the path widens again as you breathe, and the widening is not a trick. The air feels taller because you are standing taller. Your spine remembers its original instructions. Begin with small obediences that build large momentum. Drink water before the day asks everything from you. Write one clear intention on paper where your eyes can meet it. Name the next 3 steps and let the rest sleep until it is called. Panic loves to overstaff the moment with imaginary emergencies. Calm works with who is present and what is true. The one I send will carry steadiness in their shoulders. You will see it before they speak and your body will recognize the stance. People who have walked through weather learn how to hold the sky without flinching. Practice your yes in low-stakes places so your yes can hold weight in high-stakes rooms. Say yes to order, to sleep, to honest food, to generous listening. Each yes teaches your bones how to remain. I am closing permission for chaos to style itself as personality. You are not dramatic, you are deep. Depth makes a quieter sound than noise. When you meet, let your voice land like a hand resting, not pounding. Rested words reach farther than loud words. The right ears will hear you across the room. Prepare a small welcome ritual that fits your life. It may be a neat desk, a warm drink, a seat offered without hurry. Hospitality is alignment in the shape of a gesture. Do not mistake relief for passivity. Relief is strength returning to its rightful rooms. Let it sit down and get acquainted with your calendar. There will be an invitation to rush through the beginning. Rushing is how fear tries to keep control. Refuse the rush and keep your dignity. Keep records of kindness like a careful gardener labels seedlings. Kindness grows faster when it is seen. Your memory is fertile, plant good seed there. Old patterns will knock one more time as a formality. They want to be sure they are no longer welcome. You may nod and close the door. I authorize you to move slowly enough to feel. Feeling is data, not disobedience. When you feel, you steer well. You will get a message on a day you almost canceled. The message will be clean, direct, and strangely kind. Clean and direct and kind is a pattern to trust. The person I send does not hinder your devotion to what is right. They clear the hallway so you can walk through. Overcomplication has no appointment here. Let generosity choose your tone when firmness is required. Firmness without cruelty is a rare art and you will learn it. The learning will feel like warmth with edges. A door you waited at years ago will open after you stop checking it. You will turn naturally and it will swing without strategy. Some doors prefer humility to persistence. Your story will start to read like recovery literature written by someone who survived and then built. Survival is not the ending, it is stage one. Building is what you came for. Where your heart learned to whisper apologies for existing, now issue a new script. Say only what is factual and kind. Factual and kind is a strong sound. Your sleep will carry repairs you cannot schedule. Take sleep seriously like you take your work. Rest is a tool, not a treat. I am placing courage in your calendar. The appointment labeled uncertain will rename itself possible. Possible will turn to in motion. Your voice will stop breaking over the same syllables of your name. Owning your name is not pride, it is stewardship. Stewardship produces fruit quietly and faithfully. On day one of the meeting, notice their eyes, they will settle rather than scan. On day two, listen for the sentence that makes your lungs widen. On day three, watch how decisions find the floor and do not scatter. Practice clear endings for conversations that have reached their end. Endings are kind when they are honest. Honesty is relief wearing a simple coat. Do not interpret your softness as risk. Softness is armor that refuses to become the threat it survived. Keep it intact, it will carry you far. When you feel the old ache rising, pause and place one palm on your chest. Whisper a sentence that tells the truth about the present. Truth carries a key you need. I bless your hands to handle new resources without turning them into fear idols. Money, time, access, and help are not masters, they are materials. Materials build when wisdom holds them. If a false promise tries to outrun the appointment I send, look beneath the glitter. Real things breathe, counterfeits perform. Choose the thing that breathes. You will be tempted to dramatize to keep attention. You do not need to juggle to be seen. Presence is magnetic when it is honest. The place where you once felt invisible will suddenly feel too small. Growth does not hate the old rooms, it simply needs taller ceilings. Thank the room and step through. Craft one sentence that answers, "What season is this?" Keep it simple enough to remember when you are tired. A clean sentence is a strong compass. Your appetite for gossip will starve because your life will be full. What once entertained now distracts. You will prefer clarity to spectacle. You will locate a small grief you misplaced while busy surviving. It will surface gently, not to drown you but to be held and released. Proper goodbyes create space for proper beginnings. Let your workbench stay clean after you finish for the day. Clean surfaces welcome new assignments. Clutter announces indecision and you have decided. The person I send will not romanticize your calling into a costume. They will love the ordinary tasks that keep grace practical. Practical grace lasts. A memory will stop hurting like it used to. It will keep its shape but lose its teeth. That is the gift of processed pain. Name 3 non-negotiables and hold them lightly but firmly. Non-negotiables are the bones of your schedule. Bones keep your body honest. You will notice your laughter becoming an instrument again, not a defense mechanism. It will carry tone rather than edge. People will breathe more easily around you. Consider what you can release with peace. Release is different from quitting. Release is ending what already ended. If an old voice returns to contest your worth, silence it without ceremony. You do not debate with ghosts. You bless your house and keep living. Make room for delight without apologizing to difficulty. Difficulty can live in a corner while delight sets the table. You choose the centerpiece. I will steady your hands when the paperwork arrives. You will read carefully and sign without tremor. Your name will look right where it lands. This is a season of clear weight and light steps. Weight gives you traction. Light steps keep you from grinding yourself to dust. Begin documenting your breakthroughs in plain language. Today I did not shrink. Today I called back. Today I finished. I am canceling the soundtrack that told you you are late, loud, or too much. You are timely, measured, and exactly enough. Any voice that disagrees loses access. The one I send will honor your boundaries as doors that protect a garden. They will not steal fruit or trample seedlings. They will stand with you while the hedges grow. Your daily bread will taste different. It will taste like nourishment rather than emergency. Nourishment builds tomorrow while it feeds today. Place an honest mirror in your life, a person or practice that reflects without distortion. Reflection is maintenance for the soul. Maintenance prevents crises that pretend to be fate. Let your home learn the sound of music you do not rush. Put it on while you fold, while you sweep, while you think. Rhythm heals more than silence when the silence used to accuse you. You will write an email that ends a loop. Loops exhaust, lines move forward. Forward is your shape now. Your creativity will stop asking for permission to exist. It will bring its own chair. You will be surprised at how welcomed it feels. I will reroute every attempt to turn this arrival into a spectacle. Sacred things do not need spotlights. They need stewardship. Set aside a modest celebration when you notice the first true sign. Light a candle, take a slow walk, call a name that brings courage. Your nervous system learns from celebration too. You will taste ease without suspicion. Ease is not laziness, it is the absence of needless friction. Accept it like rain after a long, honest day. If disappointment tries to impersonate discernment, consult your evidence. Evidence speaks cleanly. Clean speech sustains. Your friends who are truly friends will become brighter in your vision. Your acquaintances who love the old drama will dim. This is not hostility, it is clarity. The one I send will see potential in your quiet work and invest attention. Attention is the first currency of partnership. Exchange it with care. You will not be forced into a false urgency disguised as opportunity. Real opportunity respects process. Process builds trust. Let your morning start without screens for a little while. Give your first thoughts to breath, light, and paper. Early honesty sets your day's height. A practical gift will arrive that saves you hours each week. Do not dismiss it because it is not glamorous. Time is treasure and treasure is serious. You will watch a bridge appear where you once saw only water. Bravery laid the foundations underwater where no one clapped. Now the span appears and you walk. Your vocabulary will simplify. Complicated words used to hide how you felt. Simple words tell the truth and move things. I am teaching you to welcome help without turning it into debt. Help, received cleanly, multiplies capacity. Debt, imagined or imposed, shrinks it. Keep a small promise to yourself every day for 30 days. Promises kept to oneself restore internal treaties. Treaties end civil wars inside. When envy taps the window, show it the work you are doing. Work is an antidote to fantasy's poison. Real progress is a steady medicine. Your posture will change at your desk. You will sit like someone allowed to take up space. Space will answer by expanding a little more. The person I send will not try to own the parts of you that glow. They will stand near enough to appreciate and far enough to honor. Distance and closeness will learn to dance. I mend the net of your attention so ideas do not slip away. Keep a pen in reach and a small jar of silence on your shelf. Jared silence is a place for new thoughts to land. When sorrow comes for its final accounting, pay it with gratitude. Gratitude closes the ledger without owing more years. The account settles and you walk lighter. Make agreements you can remember under pressure. Complexity collapses when the wind rises. Simplicity endures. You are not trying to convince anyone of your future. You are living into it. Living makes the best argument. Your feet will like the ground again. You will feel supported rather than tolerated. Support becomes visible when fear steps aside. I reassign every critic in your head to the role of observer. Observers may watch, but they cannot steer. The wheel returns to your steady hands. When the phone rings with the right call, your chest will not flutter. It will deepen. Depth is the body's way of saying yes. You will find a pace that embarrasses hurry without hating it. Hurry was a survival tool. You thank it and let it rest. The appointment I send will be both ordinary and unmistakable. Ordinary so your body can stay calm. Unmistakable so your mind does not argue. You will bring a calm competence that changes the room. Rooms adjust to people who know what they are about. You know now. Keep oil on your hinges. Hydration, movement, breath, truth. Hinges are small and they carry doors. Doors carry destinies through frames. A simple sentence will become a banner over your home, nothing forced, everything faithful. Banners do not shout. They remind. Your grief will become a teacher instead of a tyrant. Teachers give assignments and grades, tyrants give punishments. You will pass this class by showing up. Let the seasons inside you match the season outside when you can. Alignment makes fewer creaks in the soul. Fewer creaks mean more music. I bless your tools so that they serve with ease. Pens that do not leak, apps that do not crash, shoes that do not bite. Small mercies accumulate into strength. Your courage will choose a seat at the front of your life. Fear can ride in the back without driving. Backseat voices can nap. When the day ends, end it deliberately. Do not drag it behind you like a shadow on a broken leash. Close the book and set it down. You will look back in a little while and recognize the precise hour this shift became real. The hour will glow quietly in memory. Quiet glows last longer than sparks. I am still here, without strain, without hurry, without spectacle. I am patient enough for you to grow at human speed. I am fierce enough to defend what we have begun. Carry this as a living letter. Show it to no one who treats holy things as curiosities. Share it with those who water what they touch. When the morning opens again, open with it. Let the light come in first and rearrange your gaze. You are safe to begin again, and again, and again. This continues what has already started in you. The sending has not been cancelled, paused, or reconsidered. The sending is underway and the path is clear. Walk your portion today with steady feet and a soft face. Let your life prove your decree. I am sending someone into your life, and the timing is exact. Archangel Michael says you will notice your days beginning to stack neatly, like books finally shelved in order. The mess was never your identity, it was just the aftershock of battle survived. Order is returning as proof that the war is ending. Keep your gaze on simple faithfulness. Wash the dish, send the note, complete the page, keep the promise. Small faithfulness is how great shifts become permanent. The person I am sending is familiar with the discipline of steady days. They will not push you into spectacle because they know spectacle steals tomorrow's energy. They will steady the ladder while you climb your assignment. You will regain the ability to hear quiet instructions in loud rooms. Wisdom speaks softly when it is sure, and you will be sure. Clarity will feel like warm light on the back of your neck. Practice blessing your own pace. The world may demand a sprint, but your calling has the lungs of a marathoner. Endurance is elegance in motion. You will learn to distinguish between delay and preparation. Delay eats time, preparation invests it. What felt like waiting was actually tailoring. Archangel Michael says the first time you stand together in the same place, pay attention to what your nervous system does. If your shoulders drop, stay. If your breath returns, listen longer. Every genuine partnership has a signature scent of mutual honor. Honor protects decisions before they are made and guards them after. You will smell that honor like clean rain on stone. I am cutting the tether between your worth and other people's moods. Your worth does not fluctuate like weather. Treat it as a constant and plan accordingly. There is a skill you almost gave up because no one noticed it. Keep it on the table. The one I send will notice without you performing. You will not have to translate yourself into a smaller dialect. They will speak your native language of steadiness, clarity, and quiet courage. Conversations will feel like walking on old paths, not tiptoeing on glass. Let your calendars speak truth. If your values are absent from your schedule, rewrite the pages. A schedule is a mirror with numbers. I am appointing hours of genuine rest where nothing must be earned. Rest is not a debt to repay, it is a birthright to receive wisely. You will treat it like water, daily and essential. The old story tried to convince you that safety is bought by shrinking. Safety, in my kingdom, is carried by alignment. Stand aligned and watch fear lose its leverage. You will begin to recognize the difference between urgency and immediacy. Urgency is loud, immediacy is precise. Choose precision and time will help you. The person I send will not make you choose between tenderness and truth. They will cultivate both. Gardens thrive when soft soil holds firm roots. There is a doorway inside your work that leads from competence to craftsmanship. Walk through. Craftsmanship loves slowness enough to produce excellence. An email will arrive with a sentence that feels like a hinge. Hinges turn without drama and change the direction of doors. Respond with simple clarity, and the door will swing. You will practice the art of the unhurried yes and the unflustered no. These two sentences will guard your energy like faithful sentries. Let them work. Where shame tried to narrate your history, I am revising the script to testimony. Testimony tells the truth without handing the microphone to darkness. Speak it cleanly, and keep moving. Your mornings will no longer greet you with dread. They will meet you with assignments scaled to your strength. Strength grows when it is rightly measured. Archangel Michael says the one I send will not try to rescue you from your calling. They will respect your call and resource your path. Rescue is for danger, partnership is for destiny. Keep a place in your home deliberately uncluttered. That empty space is an invitation to the future. Futures prefer clear counters. Make a habit of closing the day with gratitude that names specifics. Specific praise trains the mind to recognize provision. Recognition multiplies what it sees. You will learn to repair without rehearsing regret. Regret declares you broken, repair declares you building. We are building here. There will be invitations to return to smallness to make others comfortable. Decline kindly. Comfort built on your shrinkage is too expensive. When you choose silence, let it be the kind that listens, not the kind that punishes. Listening silence gathers wisdom. Punishing silence gathers resentment. Write down a short list titled, "Things I No Longer Chase." Put approval there. Put chaos there. Put counterfeit urgency there. The one I send will recognize your boundaries as signs of maturity, not barriers to affection. Mature affection reads signs and still draws near. Immature affection ignores signs and crashes. Your body will thank you for choosing gentler fuel and steadier sleep. Stewardship incarnates hope. Hope likes living in flesh that is respected. Distraction will attempt to bribe you with novelty. Novelty that costs focus is too expensive. Choose depth, and depth will choose you back. I am reconciling you with your own voice. It will stop sounding like a courtroom and start sounding like a trusted guide. Trust the voice that tells the truth and refuses theatrics. You will discover that peace is not fragile in you anymore. It has weight now. Weighted peace holds in weather. Practice anticipating goodness without bargaining. Bargains with dread always end in overpayment. Expect good because I said it, and let evidence accumulate. You will notice beauty in places you used to rush past. Beauty was never absent, you were running. Slowing is how sight returns. The person I send will be as comfortable with quiet as with conversation. Comfort with quiet is a sign of inner order. Order makes room for presence. Archangel Michael says you will receive a practical instruction that does not flatter your ego but secures your future. Obey it. Insulation is not fear, it is foresight. Secure your passwords, your boundaries, and your calendar with the same care. What you protect, prospers. What you leave vulnerable, invites noise. Keep friendships that feed your courage. Let go, gently, of alliances that require your pain to remain interesting. Your joy is not a betrayal of those still healing. You will make one decision in the daylight that renders a dozen midnight regrets unnecessary. Prevention is quiet wisdom. Wisdom loves the morning. When you touch your tools, do it with dignity. Tools learn the hands that hold them. Dignified hands produce steady work. The appointment I arranged will not be fragile if you make one awkward move. Awkward moments are proof that humans are meeting, not robots. Smile at the awkwardness and keep going. You will practice celebrating others without subtracting from yourself. Celebration multiplies what it honors. Scarcity taught you to ration applause, abundance teaches you to clap wisely. There is a map unfolding that includes rest stops you didn't know you could use. Use them. Rest stops make finishing holy. I am removing the appetite for chaos disguised as passion. Passion does not require mess to prove it burns. Real fire warms, it does not scorch the floor. You will find that forgiving yourself frees more energy than any supplement. Energy returned is capacity found. Capacity found builds futures. The person I send understands seasons and will not demand harvest in planting time. They know the weight of seed and the patience of soil. Plant together, and wait well. Relearn the skill of asking for help before crisis. Early help is wisdom's friend. Crisis help is mercy's gift. Choose wisdom first. Archangel Michael says your house will begin to carry a tone, calm, expectant, honest. Homes sing with or without our noticing. Tune your rooms to hope. You will become allergic to vague commitments. Vague commitments drain dignity. Speak clearly, and clarity will protect you from overpromising. A tool will arrive, perhaps simple, that streamlines a task you used to dread. Adopt it without snobbery. Efficiency is a cousin of peace. You will stop narrating worst-case scenarios for sport. Imagination will return to its proper vocation, building, not breaking. Build something small every day. I am making you fluent in boundaries so you can be generous without becoming a reservoir for other people's neglect. Generosity is strongest when channeled. Channels prevent floods from becoming damage. When you notice your shoulders creeping toward your ears, drop them and breathe until you can feel your ribs. Your body tells the truth quickly. Answer it kindly. The person I send will carry a practical kindness that arrives with food, time, insight, or tools rather than slogans. You will recognize them by what they bring. Slogans tire, substance nourishes. Your calendar will begin to like you. It will stop looking like punishment and start looking like promise. Promises kept turn calendars into celebrations. You will keep one sacred hour each week for review and realignment. Review clarifies, realignment steadies. Steady lives accumulate miracles. Archangel Michael says the next corridor may look narrow, but it is clean and well lit. Narrow is not mean, it is precise. Walk straight and watch doors appear. A voice from your past may reach out, softened. You may answer without reopening what was closed. Closure can be kind without being reversible. You will start to trust your first honest read of a situation. When you are aligned, your first read is often right. Alignment trains instinct. I am pulling the splinters of false guilt from your hands. False guilt kept you busy apologizing for existing. With clear hands you will build. The one I send will not be impressed by your self-erasure. They will invite you into presence. Presence is the only place futures are built. You will guard your mornings and your thresholds. Beginnings and entries shape entire rooms of time. Treat them as altars of attention. An old habit will fall off without ceremony, like a coat you suddenly realize is too heavy. You won't need to announce it. Freedom is its own headline. You will choose mentorship where pride once chose isolation. Mentors shorten deserts. Isolation extends them. Archangel Michael says laughter will find you in the middle of ordinary chores. Do not shush it. Joy arriving quietly is still joy. Practice finishing what is small. Finished small things train the soul to finish big things. Unfinishedness is a leak, seal it with completions. You will see the difference between intensity and depth. Intensity courts spectacle, depth creates substance. Choose substance every time. I am placing favor that functions, not favor that only photographs well. Functioning favor lifts logistical burdens. Logistics eased is space gained for purpose. Your kindness will grow a backbone, and your backbone will learn to bow without breaking. This is maturity made visible. Visible maturity invites trust. The person I send will ask good questions that aim at clarity, not control. Clarity respects your agency. Control tries to confiscate it. Give your future a drawer. Put documents there that belong to who you are becoming. Organization is hospitality for destiny. You will become gentle with the parts of you that learn survival. Thank them and teach them rest. Rest is a skill, not an accident. Archangel Michael says, mark your victories even when no one else sees them. Private victories pay public dividends later. Keep the ledger of good. A phrase will return to you in a handful of places, on a page, in a song, from a friend. Take it as a thread to pull. Threads lead to garments. You will notice scarcity exaggerating problems to keep your world small. Abundance right-sizes issues and expands options. Expand and see. I am giving you language for boundaries that does not require apology. I can't do that, but I can do this. Simple honesty is sturdy architecture. Your decisions will stop auditioning for people who cannot house them. Make them before me, with evidence and peace. Evidence and peace is a strong quorum. The one I send will bring ease to collaboration. Ease in collaboration feels like rowing in rhythm. Rhythm saves strength. You will begin to store joy like a wise farmer stores grain. Joy stored prevents famine in lean days. Lean days come, storage answers. Invite beauty onto your desk, a leaf, a stone, a small photo that keeps you tender. Tenderness protects from becoming a machine. Machines can produce, only people can create. Archangel Michael says, when fear sits on your chest at midnight, tell it the schedule. Fear hates schedules because they remove its power to improvise chaos. Then breathe and sleep. I am setting your inner metronome to steady. Steady time makes clean work. Clean work draws right doors. You will not need to shout to be heard in the rooms I am opening. Your presence will carry its own microphone. Presence turns down the volume of noise. Keep a short list of truths on your phone for dense days. Read them aloud. Spoken truth calibrates atmosphere. The person I send will celebrate your solitude without misreading it as distance. Solitude is a garden where you grow roots. Gardens need visitors who respect the gate. You will become a connoisseur of simple joys, warm light, good pens, clear water, a finished task. Simple joys accrue like interest. Interest compounds into confidence. Archangel Michael says courage will feel less like fireworks and more like a firm step. Fireworks fade, steps arrive. Keep stepping. When the invitation comes to over-explain your no, decline the explanation. No is a complete sentence. Complete sentences hold dignity. You will calibrate ambition so it serves vision rather than erases rest. Ambition becomes holy when it bows to wisdom. Bow it, and watch it bless you. I am giving you the grace to be consistent without becoming rigid. Consistency builds trust. Flexibility keeps trust kind. Where you used to imagine catastrophe, you will now imagine craftsmanship. Catastrophe keeps you frozen, craftsmanship keeps you building. Choose the workshop over the wasteland. The person I send will not confuse transparency with access. Transparency is honesty, access is stewardship. Steward what and who you allow near. You will taste the difference between forgiving and reconciling. Forgiveness frees your heart, reconciliation requires mutual safety. Know the difference and walk wisely. Archangel Michael says your future is arriving at a human pace in a divine order. You are not being teased, you are being trusted. Trust feels like capacity. This continuation stands as fresh wind in your sails. Hold the wheel with calm hands and an open chest. The sending is active, the path is guided, and you are ready.